Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Gloomhaven Guildmaster. We're carrying on with more of the combined story points. Moving on to the Beast Tyrant and the Nightshroud, we're going to be stopping the rot. With your knowledge of its history and whereabouts, you can take the rot's heart out. I figured we'd go in straight with just these two as they are without adding anyone extra in. We'll see if they're good enough. It looks like it's a pretty potentially dangerous group, but it's really going to depend on what we find when we get in there as to whether we need some reinforcements. But we'll start with just these guys. An encounter along the way. While passing through a graveyard, you notice fresh footprints in the dirt. Okay, it's the Valroth woman. Let's offer her assistance. Okay. You make your presence known and tell her you mean her no harm. She's trembling and seems to be in shock. Point her in the direction of the nearest village. She nods as if to say thanks, whispers a few strange words, and turns to leave. So we lost 10 gold. Wow. That was expensive. Let's not do that again. You head back to Obsidian Bluff, not quite understanding what you missed last time you were here. Continuing down the familiar passageways, you can still smell the rot, but the rooms you'd cleared are still empty. So where's the smell coming from? You reach the final summoning chamber, and it looks as it did before. Dungeon's walls bar the way. You pull out the Enchantress's potion, and the Nightshroud takes it to a patch of wall on the far side of the chamber. He holds it aloft and shakes some of the liquid onto the wall, and the effect is instantaneous. The wall isn't stone at all, but a form of flesh that peels back and shows more dungeon beyond. The smell coming from the route ahead is almost unbearable. We press on. Okay, let's go for cause a trap to be sprung on the Beast Tyrant and Nightshroud. Kill 5 or more monsters? It's possible. More likely than Dynamo, so we'll go for that one. Here we go. I've never smelled anything so unpleasant before. We must be close. Thud. Let's push through these enemies and into the room ahead. Okay, so we have one extra room to go into. So we're going to want to take these guys out as quickly as possible. The Nightshroud has Swallowed by Fear, which allows us to kill anyone as long as we have Dark and something else available. So it's possible that we'll be able to do it, but just not necessarily straight by ourselves. Do we have anything over here that generates? Not obviously. So this is going to be a little sketchy. We'll start off with our, I'd say, pretty common by now starting technique of Ancient Ward and Venomous Ally. That's going to get us a bit of poison out and some disarm on 4 of our enemies. If we then use the Stamina Potion and the Ring of Brutality, we can get the Ancient Ward out again on the remaining ones. Which means you're free to do some potential killing, because everything should be disarmed. We could hit Black Arrow for a curse and use Doomed Breeze to move in and get another curse. Swallowed by Fear could be good for pushing enemies around onto hazardous spaces as well. Let's say Black Arrow and Swallowed by Fear, so we might end up pushing you back onto this or the Imp back onto that. We're not going to have anything that we can push onto this trap, unfortunately, but it's a pretty good start, I'd say. And if we do it this way round, we might be in an even better position to do the pushing. Okay, bear as a blocker. Imps and oozes doing nasty stuff. They're all going to be disarmed. So let's start off by getting poison out on you. That's a good start. Here is the first disarm. Ooh, you're just out of range. Maybe we should have started a little further across. It's only 3. I thought it was 4. Well, that's me mistaking the range for the number of targets. It's still good. It's still going to be very effective. We're hitting key ones at the back there. There's our bless already used. Okay. Stamina potion on the Ancient Ward. Ring of Brutality. We'll hit Ancient Ward again. And it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. So there is still going to be this one. The good news is this ooze will die before it actually has a chance to act. So that's nice. The bad news is this guy can act and this guy can act. Oh, that's so painful. We'll take the damage. I don't like it, but that's what we'll have to do. So pushing any of these guys isn't really worth it. Maybe pushing you just to get it done. And even then, the angle's not great. Let's come over this side, actually. Because we can push you that way. And we can push you back as well. Just in case you try and split apart. And then for the black arrow, probably hitting the big guy at the back is the best. I am worried about these oozes, though. Let's do that. I think we might get black arrow back. Okay, we want to go quick. Not only that, we want to hit hard as many things as possible. Energizing Strike will be good for healing up that poison. Unstoppable Beast will allow us to swing and hit multiples, so I quite like that. Black Arrow gets us another arrow out. And I think Doomed Breeze, so we can get another curse on the enemy. We're moving faster than pretty much everyone, so this should still be fine. Let's hit you. Hope for the +1. There we go. +1 and invisible. Skip the rest of the movement. Curse you. Unlucky bear. The positioning's not great. You're going to die anyway. So I think the healing makes sense just to... Well, the poison's already gone. Jeez, they're going to hit with range 4. At least the elite is. These are going to hit with strength 3. I am a little bit worried for the Falcon. Let's manually step in so we're acting as an extra blocker. Cool. They got a little bit of recovery in there. This is going to be a little bit painful. Ow! Oh my god, those hits. Lucky so far. Okay, I think we need to do borrowed essence to redistribute. So we'll go for focused aggression, borrowed essence, and hope it's fast enough. We need to do some serious damage here. Dancing shadows will give us the disadvantage on the bottom. Actually, if we're invisible, we can grim sustenance him for a reasonable... We can silent force him. Dancing shadows, silent force. That's what we'll do. Okay, we're moving faster than the imps still. They're doing some healing. Get the big hit on you. Forgot we've got the Mask of Terror on this character. Cool. Let's not bother with the healing. Let's just move up. Unlucky bird. Kind of needed you to hit that. Okay, focused aggression. You're going to die next turn. We want you to die as well. So let's get the big hit and redistribute. I think that's more reasonable. Maybe we should have just shot this guy so that he would definitely die. But I think we're probably fine. Spirit swap and rampage. No, blood hunger. Let's get a bit of bear healing in on it. And over here, we're not going to be able to get in close to hit you. So do we have anything that would work at range? Not really. We'd have to go pretty far in order to do anything worthwhile. I think we might be stuck just getting the stuff off the base. Okay, Wings of the Night, Grim Sustenance. We can move the bear up and get him to attack. It's gonna hurt him, but I think it's going to be necessary. Just enough. All of our creatures are safe, so we can now take the time to heal and gather the loot. This is good. Speaking of gathering the loot, let's grab this. And we're gonna grab what we can. Right. You can go straight through. May as well use the boots of sprinting because we're gonna rest anyway. And go invisible. We don't need to heal, so that part of the armor of the knight isn't worth anything to us. Okay, I need you guys to stay where you are. So, skip, skip. You could maybe come a bit closer, but I don't want to risk you walking on there. So skip. And we're literally just coming in and getting the gold. Long rest for both of our party members. Now the skeleton can come a bit closer. Okay, teeny bit of healing, and we will get rid of Rampage. Nightshroud, we're going to have you get rid of probably Cloak of Shade. Because I think the others are potentially just a little bit more useful to us. Okay, do we have any loot abilities? Not particularly. That's fine. What we can do... all of our healing abilities are on the bottom. Except Borrowed Essence, but Borrowed Essence is for us rather than our minions. So we could have the Nightshroud gather these up. That'll move you 3. Swallowed by Fear will move you 3. Swallowed by Fear and Armor of the Knight. That gets you to there. And over this side, we are going to move the bear a bit closer to the door with Spirit Swap. And then... Energizing Strike to... well, even that's not particularly great in terms of healing. Borrowed Essence, let's redistribute, take one off here, and then we can do the healing next turn. That works. So one of you, a little bit off here. And you can go stand next to the doorway. Nightshroud. Come down and grab this. This is a lot of time that we're spending doing this. I am aware of that. We'll use Silent Force to move over here with our boots. And Wings of the Night to go invisible. So we can potentially... well, actually... 1, 2, 3, 4. We need something with move 4, which we don't really have. Yeah, going invisible is going to be fine. Said we were going to do Energizing Strike to get some healing in. And we'll do Concentrated Rage just to pass the other... you know what? Come towards me, bird. Puts you in a slightly better position. Round you come. And invisible we go. Being invisible doesn't really make much difference. Unstoppable beast will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets us into the doorway. Ancient ward should hopefully get us hitting some people. You're going to be moving before that. That's kind of interesting and a bit annoying. Let's say Black Arrow and Doomed Freeze so you can get inside the doorway. Open it up. Oh god, look at that thing. The room opens up and an abomination sits in front of you. Giant stalk with a mouth of razor-sharp teeth. Seems to have finally found the source of the rot. Let's take it out. Yeah, this is going to be tricky to say the least. Let's see what these guys are all doing. So the Sightless Eye is going to attack in like this direction and go on to, so this whole area gets hit. So we're fine here, really. So move forwards. Skip the ability because there's no one to curse, but we can get a curse out on these guys. Oozes are going to heal themselves up, no point attacking them. Deep Terrors are going to attack for range 4. That's nasty. We are just at range 4. We're going to be visible. We're going to get hit. Yeah, because that one's an elite. Well, we may as well hit him. And we got nothing. At least we muddled him. Okay, let's get in and get the disarms off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we need to be over this side. Ah, misjudged that. It's worth it though. You disarm, and you disarm. A little bit of healing, that's at least welcome. Yes, also summoning a Deep Terror. The ×2s. As you know what, let's lose Venomous Ally. Actually, before we do that, are you immune to poison? Disarm, push, pull, move, swap, stun, curse, muddle. Not immune to poison. Interesting. Attack 7 is just an obscene amount. I think we're still gonna have to do that though. Okay, focused aggression, blood hunger. We'll try and get you with some health coming back. Dancing Shadows and Grim Sustenance. We need to move in and go invisible. Oh, this is going to be so painful. Oozes are going to duplicate as well. Do not like this one bit. We can't quite get close enough to really do what I would want there. So if we're going to be effective, we need to come in and block this, like stop this gap up. So let's grab the money. Step on in, and we could push you back onto the trap actually. It means we'll end up with an extra ooze, but 2 of them will have 5 less health. I think that's preferential. Take the damage, bear. Bear's gone and blocked the other space. Poor Falcon. Okay. Come on, bear. Hit this guy. Heal up your wound. Nicely done. And then we want to keep putting damage out where we can. Got very lucky with that. Unlucky with that one though. Do a little bit of retaliation on him. We'll do the slight disadvantage. Or we use the ring. So it looks like we're supposed to only be taking 1 damage after doing those. Let's see if it actually does it. No, it gave us full 3 damage. That bug is definitely prevalent. Because there's money on that space, you can't fit in for the let's do a short rest. I can't fit in for the new no, we're not losing Ancient Ward. Fine, we'll lose Energizing Strike. For the new ooze, he couldn't fit in. We need to be in a position to disarm this. It's immune to disarm. Okay, disarming it's not going to work, but disarming everything else will. So, Ancient Ward and Blood Hunger. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can hit you. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can hit you, but we can't hit anyone else. So I think we need to be further in with Unstoppable Beast. Which I really don't like because we're getting right up in the middle of everything. Short rest. We'll have to lose Silent Force up here. He's got hazardous terrain all the way around. We can push guys out the way, which is nice. So we could get right next to the Sightless Eye. What we could do is we could Black Arrow to hit you, and then Doomed Breeze to like move around next to you and put a curse out. We could also use Black Arrow to start ranged attacking on the bottom. And use Armor of the Night to hit you on the top. Ooh, actually, yeah, that's even better. Go Invisible on the bottom, Armor of the Night to do the hit. So we're leaving the tanking to the tanks. Attack 7, range 3. Ouch. Oozes are going to split again. So those are going to end up duplicating. Really nice hit. Let's go invisible. Oh, bear, we can't be doing that. So I could heal the bear up for 4. can't get in a position to stop them duplicating, which is annoying. But we can at least stop the Deep Terrors attacking. That bear is going to tank it right in the face. Okay. Hit, hit. And we may as well hit this one just so we're doing some damage to it. It's not going to disarm him. But we're starting the process off. Yeah, we're just going to have to burn a card. Let's not burn Borrowed Essence because we can use that. Let's burn Spirit Swap. If we're lucky, these guys will just keep duplicating and they'll end up killing themselves. That would be very lucky. I think it is highly unlikely. We need Blood Hunger. We need Focused Aggression. We need Doomed Breeze to try and get one of these killed. And if we do Swallowed by Fear, we could step in and push you back and kill you. That could work. That could work really well. Oozes are splitting again. Okay, Doomed Breeze. Kill. That is not what I needed. We can still kill this, but we've just got to go the other way around. Well done, bear. Skeleton coming in to help out. Okay, the bear's not actually close enough to get any healing off now, which is a right pain. I still think we should focus on this amount of damage, though. At least you can self-medicate slightly. We'll just block that directly, thanks. Take the damage. Take the damage. Take the damage. These oozes are such a problem. Okay, we're going to do a short rest so we can do Ancient Ward and go quickly again. So, Ancient Ward and Blood Hunger. We can push you back one with Wings of the Night, which will also make us invisible, and then step in with Dancing Shadows. Yep, Sightless Eye is doing another big hit. Oozes are all healing. Oh, that sucks. Bear, you're going the wrong way. I mean, I appreciate you guys, I really do. Sightless Eye can't be disarmed, but we can continuously do damage to him. Disarming these guys is pointless, so we'll hit you two and then you can be the extra one. We can get him killed. And we've got a wound on the big guy. I did not see that he can be wounded. That makes me really happy. Okay. Bit of healing. Wings of the Night. Push him back. Killed him anyway. Going invisible and stepping in. So he can't summon anyone now. We will lose. Concentrated rage. It is definitely a problem what's going on down here. Getting the big tamale taken out first is our top priority. Our bear is locked in place, so Unstoppable Beast is useless. Let's do those, and we'll do a short rest up here. Don't want to lose Black Arrow, but I think we're going to have to. So we're going to hit him with Grim Sustenance, which would be a nice attack 4. And turn invisible, and we'll do Doomed Freeze to get another curse out as well. He's going to try and summon a Deep Terror. That's not going to work. The big attack, however, is Yow. Burn the cards. We've got nothing else we can do. Is he immune to push? Yes, he is. So there'd be no point in us repositioning and pushing. Nice solid hit. Stay invisible. Come to here. He is immune to curse as well. Ah. Well, at least we're getting a bit of money. This is going to be so incredibly painful. Nice big hit. Bit of healing. I feel like we're going to need to back up, but I think the bear's going down regardless. Skeleton is not going to last long. Look at it summoning another stupid little Deep Terror. Right, long rest because there's nothing else we can do. We want to remain invisible at the end of this, so let's go for Wings of the Night and Swallowed by Fear. Sightless Eye wants to summon a Deep Terror. That's a shame. I was hoping we would be able to stop him doing that. Burn the 2 discarded cards. There's no point attacking him because he's going to die on his next turn, so we need to think about our next options. Pushing you back, for instance, is a good option. Which we can do this way. Great. One issue taken care of. And if we come down here, we can push you back to there, which would also do some damage. There we go. With the Beast Tyrant exhausted, we will lose this. The only thing we can do now is try and gather up as much money as we can before we finish. And we don't even have the chance to do that. It's an instant fail. Beast Tyrant did really, really well, but holy moly, that was a nasty room to go into. We got a decent amount of money out of it though, so we'll be able to do some upgrades, and we might want to bring some ranged support with us next time. So that's taken us up to 136 gold. In terms of stuff that we could do, buffing the Ancient Ward would be very cool. On the Nightshroud, I think I should take out Swallowed by Fear and replace that, just because we don't yet have a way of generating another element. Soulfire is a nice option. Spirits of the Night is what we were using previously. But having another ranged option that can stun in theory and does wound, I think that'd be pretty nice. And we can up the range on it as well to make it range 4. Utilising Black Arrow on the bottom to go invisible, Soulfire could then immediately wound and stun someone. Let's do that. It's not going to be enough by itself, but if we bring along someone who can provide an extra quiver, or someone who can do even more ranged shenanigans, then we'll have more options available to us. Let's have a quick look and see if there's anything else we might want to upgrade while we're here. So Energizing Strike, that's much of a muchness. It's a staple of our kit, but it's not commonly used. If we were to put a wound on Borrowed Essence, that could be quite cool, because we do use that. And it will give a little bit more utility to it. Really, I want a wound on Ancient War, but that's going to cost us so much. We could also put a wound on Concentrated Rage, because it'd be wound disarm combination. I think we'll do it on Borrowed Essence. The combined wounding the enemy and healing ourselves. I think that's a big win. Okay, well that's going to be all we've got time for this episode. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Gloomhaven Guildmaster. See you soon.